Disclaimer: this podcast was not made to slander or speak ill of any author we will soon talk about. We will try our best to disassociate the author from their books.
This is a book discussion, and we are just speaking our opinions and not just speaking negatively about any book.
And this is a spoiler warning.
Welcome back to Book Expectations. This is Chapter 4, The Infernal Devices.
In case you forgot, The Infernal Devices is a prequel to The Mortal Instruments. It takes place during the Victorian era and follows a young girl named Tessa Gray who travels to London to find her brother. She quickly discovers her true identity, and as the series continues, Tessa realizes that everything around her is not what it seems.
I mean, since we already talked about the Shadowhunter world and the Mortal Instruments, the difference here is that this series is in a different time period, the Victorian era.
Oh my god, Victorian era in London, literally the most beautiful setting. Oh my god, the rest of the series can't compare.
Yeah, I mean, I think I really like the series because it's in the Victorian era. I think it's cool.
I really like the characters.
Yeah.
They said dark academia, and then they just, built it off of that. Anyways.
So, I mean, overall, the series had a cohesive plot and a clear antagonist, finally.
Whoa.
I know.
Oh my god, the antagonist is pretty cool because he was framing people. He framed DeQuincy, and then he was like, bam, I'm the antagonist, but didn't switch up. He was always the clear antagonist. It made sense. It was beautiful. Harmony.
Yeah. And there weren't any plot holes.
Really good balance.
There weren't any plot holes that I remember.
Yeah, I don't remember any that, confused me at least.
I mean, at least, I like how Cassandra, she writes, she explains everything, you know? When something, weird happens, she explains it in the end, usually. Well, tries her best to. Sometimes it can get confusing, in the Mortal Instruments, as we covered, there were a few things that were confusing, but in this series, overall, it was pretty clear, and
I think it's pretty straightforward, the actual ideas.
Yeah. Also, it's loosely based off of A Tale of Two Cities. We love
Yes! I love that book so much. Oh my god, I love that book. I can never express how much I love that book. And the fact that this series is...
Charles Dickens is quaking.
But the fact that, this series is loosely based on that, I really appreciate that, you know?
Respect for actual literature. Well,
exactly.
It is also literature, but, classic literature.
Yeah. Classic.
So, while the writing, I would say, is much better than the Mortal Instruments, it was kind of, slow development. I don't know, it just felt really long at times, which is sometimes fine, sometimes you kind of get sick of it, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
annoying
it's
sometimes.
because she mainly focused on character development, so plot was kind of left behind.
Yeah.
I still think it was good.
She also just writes a lot of description. I think that's just her style, that, it's a lot of descriptive and rather than, actual dialogue. I mean, there is dialogue, but it's mostly just description and, character thoughts and stuff.
And sometimes she would repeat the same information.
Yeah.
But it kind of helped me because sometimes I would, not pay attention to what she said before, and I'd be
sometimes
lost,
she would forget.
So.
I mean, there are some things
that... emphasizes it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there are some things about, the Shadowhunter world that I could forget, and then she's, just, she just reminds us. But I think she kind of just does it lazily. I think we already covered that in the Mortal Instruments. But she kind of just puts it in instead of, I don't know.
Instead of, weaving it into the plot, you know?
Or, weaving it into the story to make it sound better. She just, places it in instead of making it all,
she's just in case you forgot this detail.
Yeah. Which she could work on. I think she's gotten better at that.
Can I just say, I would sell my soul to meet Jem Carstairs. He is the best character in all the books I've read. The series, honestly, not to, talk about other subjects, but, not that great. But Jem makes everything amazing. So, let me begin. First of all, he had a terrifying childhood. He watched his parents die in front of him, and he was still like so compassionate. He was selfless. He showed love to everyone, even though he knew like they thought he was weird. They were like, oh, pitying him and whatnot. And he was still able to like, do all these things for them. And then when he got addicted to Ying Fen, he was like on his deathbed basically, but he still took more of it so he could help the other Shadowhunters. And like, oh, that's so sweet. And like, he was the best pair of a tie for Will. We'll talk about that later, but like the relationship, And then even when he was engaged to Tessa, he told Will, like, I know you love her, that's okay, like, yes. And also, he is Asian. That is
Asian
amazing.
representation.
Asian representation is so important.
Yay!
Like, I mean, Cassandra Clare doesn't have a lot, and he's also mixed. That's, like, kind of sad. But it's fine, like, it's the thought that counts. And then, my final point, not really my final point, but for this podcast, because I have much more to say, but for this podcast, he told Tessa that she looks pretty in Chinese, and then when she asked him what he said, he was like, oh, I said you have something in your hair, like, that's so cute.
Oh my god, he would call Tessa like pet names, and then Tessa would pick up on it.
Yeah, and then, like, that's so cute.
I mean,
My heart just can't take it.
I mean, the one thing that I really liked was that even though he wasn't fully like Asian, he did bring out like the Asian in him, Like he would talk in Chinese.
Yeah, he did. He was connected
Exactly,
to that
like-
part of him.
Even mention the violin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Keep going.
Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, not just when he met Tessa, but like he played violin and he like put his soul into it, and the violin is so like it's a beautiful instrument, but it's also like so symbolic because he played it for like every like big event, like when when Will died. Sorry, Doris, I'm so sorry, but he played it at like when Will was dying. Like that's so sweet.
You're making my heart hurt. Will Herndale. He's pretty angsty. He's kind of toxic. But you know what? Makes him lovable. Okay? First of all, he had a curse. He thought everyone he loved would hurt, like they would die if he loved them. So he shut them all out. He became a different person.
But he was like super whiny about it.
Shut up! I thought I told you not to. I said no, okay?
Sorry.
This is my turn. This is
My bad.
time to shine, okay? He brought the
my turn.
humor into the writing. He was afraid of ducks because they were cannibals. I don't blame him. Ducks are scary. They attack humans.
Yeah. I literally got chased by a duck at the park. God, the most traumatizing thing of my
I swear,
life.
I go close to one of their baby chicks. They go, ah!
Exactly! Like, birds are vicious. I don't blame him.
I know, right? Swans, terrifying. Geese, terrifying.
Like, I got bit by a turkey.
Okay.
That aspect is normal. That aspect of Will
Yeah.
is normal. Everyone should be
I got bit by
afraid.
a
And the
freaking
duck poison
turkey.
when he was younger. See, look. Then why do you hate on Will, huh?
I don't know.
You're like,
Maybe
don't know why
I
he's
am
afraid of ducks.
Will.
Of course he's afraid of ducks. Yeah, you are Will.
I am Will.
Internalized hate.
Yeah. Oh my god. But then Will, so much love for his friends. He was willing to sacrifice himself. He was willing to do anything for Jem. He was so protective of Jem. When Will got angry, Jem was like, no. Oh my god. And then... But then, when he realized the curse was fake, that stupid demon, and he realized he pushed everyone away for nothing, he left his parents for nothing, he was mean to Tessa for nothing, it was, oh, my child.
Yeah, but he, like, whined about...
Poor child.
He whined about how, like...
Shut up!
I'm sorry.
Shut it, okay? And then... Oh my god. And then when he went to Magnus, oh my god. He went to Magnus. Magnus helped him. And In Shuri, he was kind of mean to Magnus, but he was stressed out. He was frustrated. Yeah, Will's not the perfect character. He's not the most developed character. He isn't the best. Like, there's aspects to him, but there's not much detail as like other books. But he just means a lot to me. He's a special part of my heart. I read The Infernal Devices at the perfect time, and I love him. Thank you.
I mean, I did like how he was like kind of similar to Sydney Carton from A Tale of Two Cities, which I really appreciate because I love Sydney Carton and how he would just sacrifice his life for people he loves. So, you know, I appreciate that.
Doris just likes the dark hair in real life toxic guys, so.
Oh, wow.
Do not call Will toxic.
I said what I said. I'm just saying, Will, if you met him in real life, you wouldn't like him.
Would I? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like he.
But he's fictional, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, T.
Shut up, Jem's fictional too.
I know Jem is fictional too. Don't even start to attack me.
Jem is fictional. He's like 200 years old.
Will is dead.
But Will is dead.
Shut it! I won't.
I'm sorry.
No! You did not bring that stuff up! You know it hurts. You know it hurts my heart, okay? You know how much torture I was in during the epilogue, and you continue to attack me? I'm sorry.
Alright, moving on to freaking Tessa, who was the.
No, I'm not moving on. I'm not okay. She attacked me.
Tori.
Anyways, Tessa was like I don't know. I mean, she was probably the best like protagonist or, you know, female protagonist out of all those Shadowhunter books. But I mean, I didn't think she was that great, but she was like helpful most of the time, and she named her daughter after Lucy Manette from A Tale of Two Cities, which I really loved. And I love that she's just obsessed with books, which, you know, we need that. And like when she found out she was a shapeshifter, I can't speak, a shapeshifter. But when she like found out she was a shapeshifter, like she wasn't super cocky about her powers like Clary was, you know, with the runes and stuff. And you know, and I really like that about a protagonist because, you know, females shouldn't always be like braggy about the things they can do, you know? Like even okay, moving on.
I like that she was helpful. Like, I don't know, the other characters, they weren't helpful. Like, she did research, she like trained and stuff. Like, she did.
Yeah, and she was like super smart.
And she helped
too.
So
the only thing is that I don't think Tessa deserves neither Will or Jem.
Yeah.
She's just not on their level.
I mean, she's just so indecisive.
We'll talk about that later,
she's
though.
So indecisive. It kind of just irritated me the entire series, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
What about Jessamine? She was...
I mean, I didn't really like her relationship with Nate. I just thought, you know, she's just super naive to be, like, falling in love.
She's naive.
Yeah.
She's not supposed to be a likable character. I don't think she should have gotten that redemption arc because her as a ghost and her in real life had, like, a 180 personality shift.
But it does kind of show, like, how not everyone liked being a Shadowhunter. Like, she wanted to be feminine. She wanted to have a normal life with her parasols and her poofy dresses and whatnot. But instead, she had to, like, fight demons and stuff. Mm-hmm. And, you know, she didn't like that.
And
also, love that she's a ghost.
Yeah, and she haunts the London Institute. I love that. Mm-hmm. Like, wasn't there that part...
Yeah. Like, she's always there to bother them. Like, that's friendship.
There's that part in, like, The Dark Artifices where she was, like, and then when Kit found out he could, you know, see ghosts, we'll talk about that later, but, like, he saw Jessamine. Is that how you say her name? Jessamine? I don't know.
Jessamine,
yeah, and then...
I don't know.
And then I remember she was like, don't think about taking all these books or something like that, you know, because
Oh,
yeah, I thought that was like really cute.
Mm-hmm. What about the Lightwoods?
I mean,
I like Gabriel and Gideon.
yeah,
I liked Gideon
Yeah, I
more.
like Gideon more. Gabriel was kind of a jerk.
Yeah. He had that redemption arc though, so I guess, you know,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Oh my god, I do feel bad for Gabriel because Will was, you know, not a nice person and read his sister's diary, so there's that. So yeah, Will has some flaws. We won't talk about them. Red flags? What? No, they're orange.
Of course.
But also,
But you know what was really funny?
yeah, when
Benedict got
oh my god, the Demon Pox song.
ST.
Demon
Will
Pox
is
song.
iconic.
Yeah, I love, you know,
Will was onto
Yeah.
something. Like, I will admit, he was
like
onto something.
if the Demon Pox song was like an actual song, I would buy it.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Would
for sure.
do
A
that.
bop.
Would do that. And I love how like Will is just super obsessed with like with Demon Pox, and when he found out it was real, he was like freaking out about
Yes.
it.
Yeah, no, and then
I mean, he had a right to be. Everyone was like shaming him.
yeah, and then Jem found out about it first, and he like looked at Will and was like, "Your two favorite words," and then Will was like something random, I forget, and then he's just like, "No, Demon Pox." Like what? Iconic, best friendship. Oh my god, Charlotte Branwell. Oh my god,
She carried.
she's an icon. When she almost lost the London Institute, she was like, no, I am going to save everybody. I deserve to be here. I deserve how far I've grown. She became a consul in the end. Woo! Way to go.
And I also like how
She's literally the mom.
I like how her
friend.
name was based on Charlotte Bronte and her brother Branwell Bronte. I think that's how you say their last name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
really appreciate
God.
it.
She literally took care of a snobby brat who hated everyone, every Shadowhunter. A kid who thought that he couldn't love anyone and was a jerk to everyone. And a kid who's dying. Queen.
Yeah, like
I'm
what
sorry,
an
I'm
icon.
sorry, Anya. That's my bad.
But you know who's also, I mean, sorry to Henry, not as iconic, but also very important. Henry introduced Magnus
Oh my
to
God.
glitter. And that is something that will go down in history. I
Like,
stand by
Magnus-
that. It's the most
Magnus
relevant thing,
lives
probably.
by glitter.
I know, right?
Exactly.
And I liked how Magnus
I really like the...
I liked how Magnus would just walk
Yeah.
in on like Tessa and Will when they were making out at that party. It was funny how he just like walked in on them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, he also walked in on them the morning after.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that
We'll
too.
cut that out.
That too.
It became a
Yeah,
thing.
just Magnus walking
him.
in on people.
Anyways. So, Sophie and Cicely are a bit underrated, but I also understand why, because they don't contribute a whole lot to the actual plot. So, it's understandable, but, Cicely helps Will reconnect with his family that he cut off because he thought they would die. And, like, that's so nice,
Yeah.
you know? That's family.
Like I liked Cicely a bit, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I think she was like a cool Herondale, I guess. I don't know. I just thought it was like kind of weird to think of a female Herondale, you know? Cuz like you just mostly hear that like
well, there's
yeah,
Lucy
but you just
Arundel.
mostly hear about all these guys that are Herondales, you know? So I think it's cool how there's like a girl. You can go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Sophie, like, trained with them, actually, even though she's still mundane. So, like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Mortmain was a good villain.
He was.
I already said this, but he was just really cool. Like the clockwork monsters, cool. Like they could kill the Shadowhunters. The Shadowhunters were not able to destroy them. But then Tessa was like, bam, 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 magic powers, angel. and she
Angel.
and she was able to fix everything. But if it wasn't for Tessa, they wouldn't have won. So technically, Mortmain won against all of the Shadowhunters, except for
Yeah.
Tessa, our warlock.
Yeah. I feel like warlocks are just like super powerful.
Mm-hmm.
They're just so cool. Like, they're actually the supreme beings,
like-
honestly.
Yeah.
They can do everything.
I
It
think
would have been cool to see if Tessa had a warlock mark, though. I mean, it
Oh,
would have taken
true.
away from her, like, blending in. But I think it would have been cool.
like how Magnus has like the cat eyes, right? I think.
Mhm. And then, like,
Yeah.
some of them have blue skin and, like, green skin and a lot of other stuff.
Green skin.
It's pretty fun.
Green skin. Although we were mean to each other about our Will and Jem, we have to admit their parabatai and brotherly love strong. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think they're like the best.
The best
Yeah.
representation of Parabatai in the entire series. Iconic.
literally amazing, immaculate. Oh,
I think like they were the best parabatai in like the entire series, to be completely honest. Better than like Jason Alec. No hate though.
better than Julie and Emma.
Okay, I don't think Julian and Emma can compare though, because
Julian and Emma can't.
They were
Julian and Emma can't even
yeah,
count. Anyways.
we'll talk about that later.
Oh my god, but the fact that they respected each other, they weren't like the other YA people, the other YA who did love triangles. They were like, no, you can have her. I love you too much to risk our friendship. You can have her. And Will, not to bring it back, but Will didn't even talk about his love. He didn't even tell Jem until it was an accident. It was an accident. It was an accident. You can't say anything different. It was an accident.
But Jem respected that, and
Yes,
that's
he
what makes their friendship so beautiful.
Oh yeah, of course he respected
Yeah, and, like-
it because Will also respected it.
Yeah, and when Will was all like, I loved Tessa, and Jem's like, oh, lol, same. like he didn't
Yeah, that's basically
yeah,
what he
like
did. He was like, "Wait, you too?"
he's like, oh my god, same.
He was like, oh my god, me too.
like he wasn't all
It's like twins.
he wasn't all mean about it and
Yay!
stuff.
Yeah, Tessa was literally his fiance, and he was just like, you love her too. Oh my god.
I'm so happy for you. Okay, to be clear though, when Jem was kidnapped as a child and like forced to get addicted to drugs, like basically opioids, I guess. And so like he, was weak and feeble and couldn't do anything, so he would like take more drugs to like do stuff. And so he was like literally killing himself, kind of. But like Will knew that like going to buy more drugs was like not good for Jem's mentality, And so he went to like taverns with like scary people and just like got the drugs for him.
Oh my god. And then when they couldn't find any drugs because Mortmain was evil, Will literally went to every tavern. He looked everywhere. He was like depressed because he couldn't find anything.
So you're telling so you're telling me that Will is basically feeding Jem's addiction.
Well, of course, because Jem would die if he didn't. What else is he supposed to do?
If Jem doesn't take the drugs, he dies. If he takes the drugs, he dies slower.
Yeah.
You're right.
He's helping Jem.
Get it?
You can't say
Get
that
it?
that's Will's fault. He was saving his parabatai's life. Okay? This
Well-
is me and Anya's agreement right here.
Yeah, this is our middle point.
All right.
Oh my god. And then when Jem was dying, Will was staying by his side, was like, I got you. Oh my god.
I'm so sad.
And
Okay.
Will would literally like die for Jem. I mean, that's what Parapatai
He
usually
would
do.
die for anyone.
Yeah.
They literally were about to die for each other. They were like, you know, you do know, like, I'm going to go on this mission thing. It's not a mission, but, like, I'm going to go battle Mortmain and probably die.
And then Jem was, oh my god, when Will felt the Parabatai bond break, I had tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
I was so sad.
We felt it. Oh my god. I mean, technically, Jem was alive, just like brother Zachariah.
The final battle! When Will saw that Jem was his silent brother.
Sorry, Isabel. Isabel doesn't really
I mean,
care that
you know,
much.
We care. We have
It's
enough.
unfortunate.
I
We
mean,
care enough for the entire episode.
yeah, you guys have enough care for me, so it's fine.
That's true. We've got you
Thank you.
covered.
Oh my god. They put the runes on their hearts
I mean-
because they thought that they wouldn't have anyone
No,
else.
I'm pretty sure Jem didn't have his over his heart.
Oh. Well, Will did. Will is like all or nothing.
I don't remember.
I remember, like, I'm pretty sure I
Honestly.
read somewhere. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
I
they
think
both
they did.
Because Jem was like, I'm gonna die.
Oh, is it? No,
'Cause Jem
Jem's
like,
was
I'm not
on
gonna
his
live long
shoulder.
enough to... Why is it that they don't
Yeah,
know
why
this
don't you know
about
this
Jem?
about
Wow.
Jem?
Anya, how come? I know this about Will.
Because
don't know. I
Will's was over his chest. I'm pretty sure.
I've lost a part of myself.
Like Jem's
Yeah,
wasn't.
Will had it on his heart.
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure Jem's was on his shoulder.
Jem was the only person Will let himself love.
And even though Jem was like jokingly parent-like to Will sometimes, like he was like, "Oh, I have a duck, ha ha ha."
Yeah.
You know, they loved each other.
Yeah,
so
Jem's
much.
Parabatai rune was on his shoulder. So just gonna clear that up.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Then freaking Tessa.
Oh my gosh.
Miss Indecisive. Why would she do that to them? She literally was like,
She just
"Oh,
played
I
with their
love Will,
emotions.
but I also love Jem."
Like, yes, we said she was like kind of cool before, but like all that
Yeah.
is irrelevant because she was mean.
Why would she do that to them?
Like, she just played both of them. It was so annoying. And she just couldn't choose. Like, she had the best.
She's like, I love both.
She had the
of
best
them."
people in the world. Gosh.
Yeah. You know what I didn't like though? When Tessa was like leading them on, and then she got engaged to Jem. And then when well, I guess I kind of respect this, but then when Will told her that he loved her, she's like really cold. Like, I get it, like she's engaged,
Yeah.
you know, she's taken, but like she could have been nicer. She kind of just like walked away. Like, that's really mean.
I agree, that was really mean. Oh my god, poor Will, he was so excited. He was like, oh my god, it's all fake. It's all okay. I love you. And then she was like, yeah, but I'm engaged. Oh my god, Will and Tessa talking about books?
Oh my gosh.
That
When
was
they
so
would-
cute.
And
Yeah,
then
you have to
didn't,
admit that was really cute.
Didn't Will, like, say some...
Oh, I'm not into Jessa that much.
Didn't Will, like, say
Sorry.
a quote from A Tale of Two Cities to Tessa or something?
Yeah.
Was it
they were
the-
talking?
Was it the "You are the last stream of my soul" quote, or is it just not?
I don't think so. I think it was, he said something about Sydney, like a Sydney Carton quote saying about how he was like self-sacrificing or something. Did Sydney Carton ever? I don't know. But it was some.
I don't
quote, and it was
remember.
so cute.
But
But Will
there
would
were,
always
like-
leave little books for Tessa.
And they named their child
Right,
after
I
a book. A book character, Lucy. Oh my gosh. I liked
Yeah.
Lucy Manette. I mean, she wasn't that major of a character, but you know. I really like how they...
Really?
she wasn't that major. Okay, we're not going to talk about Tale of Two Cities, but like, I like how they named their child after a book character, which makes them seem super nerdy but super cute.
Yeah, relatable.
Okay, also, sorry. But also, they named their first child James
Yes!
after Jem, because, Jem's name is James. Like, the love, the friendship. Heron Greystairs is the best trio
Oh my
ever.
god. When Jem found out that when they announced their child to be named James, Jem cried.
I love that.
So moving on to a less emotional ship. Gideon and Sophie, I think were also kind of cute. I mean, random but cute.
Wait, what? I'm
Sorry,
pretty sure.
I need a second.
I'm pretty sure. Alex's middle name was Gideon, and Izzy's middle name was Sophie.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Was this Sophie or Sophia? I think it was.
Yeah, it's either Sophie or Sophia. It might have been Sophie, just because, Sophie.
No,
It
was
is. It's Sophia. It's
I'm pretty
Sophia.
sure.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my god, the scones. That was cute. He just wanted to talk to Sophie. But I don't know why he would do. Why wouldn't he just throw them away or something? Yeah, you're wasting food, but why would
just
you
kept them under his bed?
stuff them under your bed? Are rats not a
He
thing?
wanted to show her at one point. At one point, he was like, "Guess what?" Lifts bed. It's go.
No, but then Sophie would be because when Sophie found out, she was pissed. So
I mean, yeah, because he was wasting food. I get it too. She wasn't rich.
yeah, it was kind of cliche because he was from a powerful family and she was a servant mundane, but it wasn't. That wasn't too talked about, so it was still cool.
It was fine. It was cute.
Yeah. Cecily and Gabriel were kind of random, though. I didn't really understand their growth or anything, but
I mean, it helped him decide not to betray Charlotte, so gotta respect that. As long as he didn't, actually hurt them, I guess it's fine.
yeah. Love that he was saying how he hated all the Herondales and then he fell in love with a Herondale.
And she's literally the female version of
I
Will,
know.
so...
She literally looks exactly like
Funny,
Will, but
funny.
female.
They're children, though.
Immaculate.
Amazing.
But we will talk about that later.
Yeah.
In our last hours part.
Yay. What about Henry and Charlotte? They were really cute. They were really wholesome. Charlotte was the alpha of the relationship. She was go get 'em. She had big aspirations, and then Henry was just he was the mellow side. He just wanted to stay with his inventions. He was supportive. Oh my god, so cute.
And it's really cool how, Cassandra Clare shows that, they still had, issues. They thought, Henry / Charlotte doesn't care about me as much anymore, because their marriage was, pretty much kind of, it was political, I guess.
It was an early marriage, too.
It was, for so-called power over the Institute. But, they grew into each other. They started to really care, and that's... it doesn't work for everyone, but that's just really cute.
It's just really cute. Also, it was cool to see that Magnus, his relationship with Camille was hinted in the Mortal Instruments, and then Cassandra went into more detail during the Infernal Devices and showed their relationship and the flaws, I guess. So
I mean, I didn't really like their relationship, but I mean, it did fill in a lot of questions that there were,
Well, yeah, the whole point of the relationship to show how toxic it was.
I think that the Infernal Devices was her best series, but I think it's just underrated compared to the Mortal Instruments. I think it deserved more popularity because, if not more popularity than the Mortal Instruments.
The Infernal Devices is already really popular, but when you think of Cassandra Clare, most people read the Mortal Instruments first. But if only they would read the Infernal Devices
Yeah,
first.
I mean, they probably should
Yeah,
based
if you
on
read
timeline.
it more than
Overall, I think the Infernal Devices is great. The characters was great. The plot was okay, but there wasn't any plot holes, so that's okay. And the character dynamics and relationships, immaculate.
Thank you for listening to Book Expectations with Anya, Doris, and Isabel.
Email us at bookexpectationspodcast@gmail.com. That is bookexpectationspodcast@gmail.com for any recommendations on what books you'd like to hear next. Don't forget to join us next week when we talk about The Dark Artifices by Cassandra Clare.